Stingrays fans, Joseph Zakshesky with you, and we want to welcome you to the very first Stingrays Fantasy Alumni Team Draft. Our team captains, Rob Kincannon and Matt Shear, are present in the Stingrays office and ready to draft their 2014 Stingrays Alumni Game teams. Now, this game will take place just before opening night on Saturday, October 25th, 2 p.m., and the Alumni Game is free with your ticket to opening night. We hope to see you then. Enjoy. So, first pick, Rob, you got the old school logo.
Yeah.
Matt, you got the current logo. Whatever it lands on, heads up. I'm going to flip it, and that person gets the first pick, all right?
Touching it in the air.
Oh, boy.
Oh! Of course, well, age before beauty.
Pick in today's alumni draft. It's going to be an odd one, because he's not a forward. He's not a defenseman. He's probably the best and hardest men's league working player in the world, and my dear friend, Jason Fitzsimmons. I'm going with Fitzy first overall.
Jason Fitzsimmons. Now, I think for the #1 overall pick on Team Shear, this is a guy I don't really get to play with very often, but I'm spiteful of him during the Monday night skates. I think Jason Fitzsimmons is a bit of a poor man's Trevor Johnson.
Ho-ho!
I'm going to take
That's
Johnny.
a good pick.
He did just run a marathon not too long ago, also in great physical shape. Triathlon last week with a pulled hamstring. I'm thinking that we got him doing some things with Rick James here, trying to kind of heal up after that.
Very respectable pick. With my second pick, I'm going to have to go with my old roommate. And
really? Are you guys are you trying to play, or are we just having fun here?
The best fence installer in the city, and played for the Stingers for 9 years. And I'm not, Brett Marietti. Just going old school. There we go, right there. Look at that. That's a good first line right there.
We're gonna go strictly based on friendship. I'll take somebody from more our class.
Okay.
The not basically the under 40.
Okay.
I think what we're gonna go with here. I'm gonna take Johan Kroll. Really sure around that defensive line. I think he could probably still play in the American League these days.
Well, I'm going to have to go with the all-time leading scorer in men's league, Monday Night Skate, and for the Stingrays. And he's a singer. He's a bartender. Dave Sykes. He's unbelievable. How are you going to beat this?
See if he can bring the King Street Band with him. You can't even find him on the page. He's too small.
Look at that line right there. We have 1,700 points with the 3 forwards and 12 million saves in net with Fitzy, but he's playing forward.
That looks like about the best lineup that a guy could get in 1998. That's what I would like right there.
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to do something that nobody has ever done before, probably in a draft. I'm going to leave Timmy there myself.
We're just going to let
and I'm going to go with Joey Z.
Can we?
If by process of elimination.
No, that's no way. Because then I can take this, and you still end up with Ken Timmy. I think this went well.
I feel great about our team. I mean, Shearsy wants to throw barbs at our age. I look at it as experience. And if you look up and down that roster, I picked Fitzy first overall. I had a game plan going into this. I went over and met with Fitzy yesterday afternoon after he participated in our commercial. I wanted to see where his head was at in all of this. I wanted to make sure, due to his schedule and restrictions, that he was going to be at the game. He confirmed that he would be at the game. He also told me that he was going to give 150% of the game, and that he was ready and honored to be the #1 selection afterwards. So then I went home last night, I spoke to my wife, I told her my dilemma. I had a couple different guys in mind, and she agreed that based on what this game entails, that Fitzy, he works out 3 times a day, he has a sauna at home, he's up early in the morning, he's the best person for this alumni game. I could leave him out there the whole night, and he's not going to want to lose. He's going to block shots, he can come in from the point, he's not afraid to back check, and he'll have 40 beers afterwards. That's exactly what I'm looking for. With Fitzy. So I rounded out our team based on our needs, And what can you say? Second pick overall, Brett Marietti. Second all-time leading scorer next to Sightsee in men's league, Monday Night Hockey, and the Stingrays. Threw in some youth with Donnie Grover and Bryson Busniak. Buzzy always shows up at these men's league games. And then you get to round out the point with some experience with Scott Freemak and Trevor Smith. So I like our team. Tivy looks like he could be the 10th or 11th forward, and we only have 9. But at the end of the day, I like where our team's at. It's going to be a tough game. You know, Sherzy's got some youth over there. He made a great first pick with Trevor Johnson. You know, runs marathons every week. So I think this year. Oh, sorry. I think this year it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle, and it's all going to probably come down to goaltending. A save here and there, or 2.
It really could.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry if I leave him off. He's probably going to go crazy and reply all to everyone. Dan Fornell. Dan last year had a hat trick on you. The only guy who took 4 slap shots, 3-1 in, and he's in terrific shape right now as well. So if you look at our roster compared to the other teams, minus Busniak and Grover, we have the 1995 to 2001 look Stingrays, you know, and Team Shear is going to have that youthful looking.
Team captain Matt Shear, and Matt, you just picked your team, went up against Rob Buchanan, just spoke with him now, and then he made a comment that he has the 1993 to 2001 age Stingrays. You have from pretty much 2001 up to pretty much the
just say
current
within
roster.
the last decade.
Yeah.
Within 10 years, that's pretty much what I think we heard a lot of hot air coming out of Team Buchanan over there. He's really trying, his strategy is to try and get in the heads of some of our players. Obviously, you know, he's trying to talk about some of the things, which I think as a coach and GM, you kind of know that's rule number 1, you don't do that. I think the one thing we're worried about is if like 8 of our guys fall down and break their arm during the game, we might have a little issue with the wind. But other than that, I'm pretty sure that we've got enough youth. You know, just looking down the roster on that other side there in the red, I see, you know, like 3 broken hips and probably, you know, some issues with making it out there on time. But you know, we got some younger guys. We're happy with our first overall pick. We got a Johan Kroll who's got a terrific smile and also still playing at a very high level. We're going to see some of the guys that we haven't seen in a couple of years, but I think we're familiar with Spencer Carberry, still very high skilled player, still great vision on the ice. Mike Hamilton, we're going to talk, try and get him on a bike a little bit here this week. And we got some things going on at East Shore, some spin clubs, some things like that we'll be implementing here as we come into the finale. But yeah, I think overall we're pretty happy with it, and certainly not worried. I actually did speak with some of these agents that he was talking about. It's actually the guys' wives, and they said that they would in fact be showing up in the match. So not really too worried. Looking forward to it, and certainly, like, you know, as you said, he's got everything that was good in 1998, which is fantastic for him, and we'll see how that works out in 2014.
Thank you, Matt.
There we go. God bless you.